Alright guys, so 2 days ago we have spoke about Kaspa potentially retesting levels of 0.07 and it actually did, right? So what happened? This is for hourly chart, by the way, and what we see is that obviously we had well, pretty much a moment of greed, right? There was maximum greed. Vertical line is here, perfectly aligning with this yellow, in your case green candle. Stochastic RSI overheated and a quite significant wave if it comes to fear and greed, right? Oscillator, that one is better for short time frame in my opinion. So you saw guys that I was mentioning that it might gonna happen, and it actually did, right? 0.07 level, actually it did 2 times, right? So well, yes, technically we could say now that this is a double bottom and we could see Kaspa pumping towards the upside, right? But of course we are going to look at different charts that will help us to determine whether Kaspa is going to go towards the upside or downside. My name is Luke. This video is not financial advice, and let's get the party started, shall we? So what hourly is showing us, if it comes to indicators, is that we potentially can have a little bit of a bounce in here, right? However, if we are going to look at the daily time frame, guys, well, quite concerning thing is that Kaspa is basically exiting this overheated level if it comes to stochastic RSI, as you can see in here, right? So basically the blue line went towards the downside, you know the rest of the story, right? So what I truly believe is that we are going to see another kind of pullback, which most likely is going to be the last one. Kaspa is listed on new exchange, high bid, something that you guys have seen in the thumbnail, and yes, I know, obviously this is something that you don't want to see. You would like to see Coinbase, Binance, and OKX. I know, I feel you. I'm pretty much the same as you, right? But I still believe that this is a good news. That's why I have allowed myself to use this for thumbnail. Anyways, guys, let's move on, right? Because I think that this is quite important. Shout out to Axel. He posted this. He says that Mexi official magically can't process Kaspa withdrawals since 2 weeks. Totally normal, right? Nothing to see here. Well, first of all, guys, if one of the exchanges wouldn't allow me to withdraw my coins, right? Oh my goodness, it never really happened to me. Okay, I would never ever use this exchange, right? The question is why they are doing it, if it's true, right? Of course, this post is from X, and I'm not saying that this is 100% true, so please comment down below if it happened for you, or if you have seen all over the internet, you know, if it's happening for other people, right? But he says that no one can withdraw, but they might be lending our Kaspa to short, dumping price while people panic, creating FUD while farming cheap coins. Because hey, what's better than free liquidity from users who can't touch their own assets? Not your keys, not your Kaspa. Guys, well, I don't even know what to say about Mexi, to be honest with you. This is devastating in my opinion. Anyways, shameless plug. If you want to keep your Kaspa safe outside of exchanges on which clearly things can happen, make sure that you check out Tangent Wallet, because you can, you know, store your Kaspa basically outside of exchanges. Guys, my discount code CryptoSpace, you can get 10% off, and I do believe that this is definitely much better way. I'm going to get a little bit of a cut, but obviously you have a discount. But guys, we cannot allow, you know, exchanges like that, you know, fucking us over. Okay, anyways, let's move on, right? Because market overall is actually looking quite good, right, on a daily, right? However, well, hourly, at least at the time of recording this video, is showing us the start of possible pullback, right? Why do I think pullback? Well, we are going to look at liquidity levels very soon, but weekly looks quite juicy. What I believe is going to happen is that we are going to see a bit of a dip for BTC and for overall crypto market, and then we are going to follow M2 supply, and we are going to come back to levels where crypto actually stood at during December time. So guys, quick look at BTC. All right, let's actually have a look at BTC. So what we can see over here on BTC is that yes, we do have a lot of excitement in here. However, yesterday's candle was kind of indecision, right, which potentially could indicate the change of the trend. Well, in this case, uptrend, right? We could go towards the downside, right? Also notice what's going on in here, right? Stochastic RSI is just about to well, flip bearish, right? It didn't really touch itself, but you see what's going on. Let me put this a vertical line in here. right? And we see that people are slowly being fearful, right? We are getting rejected from this level. And what is 4 hourly for BTC showing us, right? Yes, we could see a little bit of a, little pump, right? Just like with Kaspa's situation, but we cannot really ignore the fact that there is lots of greed at the moment, right? So we could see a little bit of a shakiness, right? I took out a little bit of a profits from different altcoins, right? And I do plan either to reinvest them or just keep them, for just in case, right? Because still on a weekly time frame, this is of course for Kaspa too. Yes, you're looking at Bitcoin's chart, right? But if BTC is going to go up, I believe Kaspa will too, right? Well, of course, once they are going to stop manipulate the shit out of Kaspa. But anyways, we can see that weekly stochastic RSI is gearing up towards the upside, right? So basically this could be our bottom. Now, ladies and gents, from a good technical point of view is that let me actually switch it to the daily time frame. That's USDT dominance, right? USDT dominance is currently at the bottom if it comes to stochastic RSI, right? And now we are being supported by this trend line in here for USDT dominance on a daily, right? So if I'm going to switch it to the weekly, right, we see the weekly looks very juicy, right? We have the third candle basically being printed of bearishness, and we have stochastic RSI that's going towards the downside. We also have entering that fear for USDT dominance, which obviously is great because that USDT is going to flow into our beloved altcoins. So every single chart pretty much looks the same. Total and all of that. Weekly stochastic RSI is gearing towards the upside. And now if we are going to look at Bitcoin's dominance, well, what we see in here is that weekly is showing us basically that cross if it comes to stochastic RSI, right? So potentially that is a very, very bullish sign. My computer is a little bit slow at the moment, no idea why, but anyways, guys, let's move on with this update. All right, so what we've got is Kaspa's dashboard, right? From the standpoint of daily pumps, we did 1.7, right? Market cap is still holding at 2 billion and volume is sitting at 42.9, well, almost 43 million USD. If it comes to Kaspa being mined, we're sitting at 90.32%. That's obviously bullish. And now speaking about bullishness, guys, well, as of yesterday for BTC, we had 26 mil of positive inflows, and unfortunately for Ethereum, we really haven't seen well, a lot. We have actually seen a little bit of outflows, right? Now, guys, looking at liquidity levels, obviously that's very, very important, right? So looking at situation with Bitcoin, now actually we have a little bit more shorts. However, if we are going to look at the bottom, which is zoomed out perspective, still we have much more longs, 7.58 billion worth of longs across Binance, OKX and Bybit versus 3.7, right? So what is just the amount of money, right? Obviously the one on the left side. So potentially we could see some crash, right? 24 hourly is showing us that we could still gear up for that little pump for BTC, okay? However, let me actually zoom it out to 1 weekly time frame. And 1 weekly time frame is showing us that we could see, pump. So now it's kind of, not confirming my thesis of the pullback, right? But of course, these are, yellow bright lines, right? Not forgetting that we have a lot of liquidity to be flashed in here, right? These levels. So let's see how things are going to go, right? Obviously, nobody really knows, but I do believe that if we are not going to see the major dump now, right? The last dump, we're probably going to see up only because of the correlation with money to supply, and of course Kaspa is going to benefiting, hopefully, right? So now looking at Kaspa, guys, right? Binance One Daily, what we can see is that more people are shorting now after this pullback for Kaspa. However, daily, if it comes to a couple of different exchanges, actually only two, Binance and Bybit, we see that more people are longing. Upside potential for Kaspa is that 0.08 basically is, well, almost the top, or at least juicier kind of level to push Kaspa towards to, right? And the lower levels on a daily at least are 0.07, right? Which is basically hovering around that level of support that I've just shown to you. Now let's zoom it out to the weekly time frame. So what's happening, guys? In my personal humble opinion, I would say that 0.0743, right, to be exact, is probably going to be a very attractive level to push Kaspa towards to, and after that we are obviously going to to reevaluate, right? We are going to look at the charts again. At the moment, we don't see these levels in here at 6.5, right? But we could also, you know, zoom it out to 2 weekly, for instance, and let's see how 2 weekly is going to go. So the lowest level is around, you know, 0.07 at the moment, right? Yes, we do have this, you know, 0.65 and all of that. So like my kind of, you know, adjustment, right, is going to be that it's less likely now that Kaspa is going to drop to these 6.5 levels, right? But we have to watch these levels in here, slightly below this horizontal line that I've just drawn for you. Let me just go back to it. Looking at these levels, it's going to probably grab liquidity below the support line, and the next level to which Kaspa could potentially drop is going to be, you know, roughly here, right? Probably is lower point, right? 0.73, which is going to be just a couple of percent, right? But if you want to trade this, obviously you can find the links, you know, below this video for exchanges that I've got. And that's about it in this update, ladies and gents. I hope that you have guys enjoyed it.